आजको फ्लोमा we are focusing on the lower extremities of our body. Hip dehi ankle samma, toes also. So hamro asanas ma we have broken it down into 6 different asanas. All 6 different asanas le hamro lower body ma focus garcha. Flexibility, mobility and strengthening. Tintai kura milaera I have made this flow for you. So let me start breaking it down for you. We started with Badha Kon Asana, which is the butterfly pose, and the next asana moving in is the reverse pigeon pose, laid down gareko हैन हामीले. So त्यो Badha Kon Asana ma butterfly pose ma दुबै खुट्टा सँगै लिएर आउने, ankles down on the floor, घुँडा facing towards the floor, keeping the feet together. But तपाईं flexible हुनुहुन्छ भने ankles लाई माथिबाट पनि tilt गर्न मिल्नुहुन्छ, like मिल्न सक्छ हैन. So you can slowly get comfortable in the Badha Kon Asana. You can start moving forward, keep your back like sida, shoulders like पछाडी drop गर्ने, chest like बाहिर निकाल्ने, and slowly start going down comfortably. तपाईले you can bring your hands in the front, walk गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ तलसम्म. अब chest तपाईको back flexible छ भने chest लाई you can bring it down as far as it can go. Come back up slowly. त्यो drills तपाईले 3-4 चोटी पनि गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ. त if you feel like body अझै tight and अझै stiff छ भने यहाँबाट hips बाट अझै tight and stiff छ भने you can take that up to 5 times, 10 times, 12, 15 depending on तपाईकै yoga practice. Moving in to our reverse pigeon pose. We lay down on our back and slowly start extending both the legs up, ceiling or the sky, whichever is above you. Slowly start bringing the ankles in towards the pelvic or the hip. Now you want to tuck the ankle like hip ko joint ma, ki the thighs ma, taki tapaiko ankle like support hos, ani to strain ra muscle pull nose. So we can slowly start bending in towards the thighs, then slowly take our hands in between the leg ko gap. There will be a tiny gap. Take their hand in between. Pull the knee up all the way to your chest. But तपाईको ankle ले तपाईको lower belly मा पनि थिचिरहन्छ. So that's a हल्का bowel movement like stimulate गर्छ हैन. Just in case you feel gassy, कि acidity, any discomfort in the belly, you can remove your ankle हल्का बाहिरतिर and then adjust according to your personal preference. Slowly start pulling the knees up to the chest. Lower back will start lifting up. Tapeko lower back, ki the lower hips, mathi tira it'll start coming up. Then slowly let go. You can hold this for at least 10 to 15 deep breaths each side. Repeat the same thing on the right side and keep doing it at least 4 to 5 times. I would recommend. Ajai hips tight cha bhane we can go up to like 6, 7, 10 times. Coming to the limitation part, now this asana, these two asanas, कोले गर्न सक्नु मिल्छ, कोले गर्न सक्नु मिल्दैन होला हैन. You want to notice these tiny things that मैले भन्छु अहिले. So if कतै तपाईको hip surgeries भएको छ भने अहिले recent past मा तपाईलाई extreme constipation छ भने, extreme acidity, acid reflux, gastric problems छ भने यो asana चाहिँ नगरिदिनु होला हैन. तर if it is okay, doable, you can go ahead, practice this asana. If you have cervical problems, that means ghati and the spine area towards the neck ma stress परिरहेछ भने when we do the reverse pigeon pose, laying down wala pose ko bela, keep your neck and shoulders relaxed. When you're leaning forward, don't stress out your neck too much. यसरी तल गरेर हेर्ने हैन, look towards the front and that will relax your cervical and your spine just a little bit more. अब चाहिँ moving in to the third and fourth asana म break down गर्छु. Before that we did this tiny uttanasana. We did the forward fold. Forward fold ma you can keep your knees bent. You do not have to keep the knees straight. धेरै pressure पर्यो भने चाहिँ घुँडालाई soft राख्न मिल्छ. Slowly touch your toes, look front, relax. You can walk your palms down all the way towards downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Savasana. You can stay there in the down dog. अब down dog मा जाने बित्तिकै तपाईको hamstrings, the muscles behind your thighs, tight छ भने कि त calf तपाईको tight छ भने you can slowly pedal back and forth हैन खुट्टा bend गरेर ankle straight back and forth flap गर्ने slowly you can walk back again back into the forward fold you can do that multiple times म चाहिँ personal practice मा at least 5 to 6 times I like to do that हैन you can do that 10 times 12 times as much as you like slowly once you come back to the downward facing dog we will move into our lizard lunge so lizard lunge ko lai chai you take the knees back and outside the right palm so right khutta lai right palm ko bahira rakhne now once you do that they are comfortable bhaisakya पछि चाहिँ you can come down on your elbows to come down you need to have an open back or chest अब त्यो छैन भने that's fine you can stay down on your palms elbows lai चाहिँ soft नै राख्ने हो do not completely straighten out the elbows what happens is elbows like यस्तो bend गर्ने बित्तिकै you have more chances of having an injury elbow lai soft राख्ने bent राख्ने तल राख्ने palms down spread apart lizard lunge so lizard lai याद गरेर imagine spreading out your palms spread out the palms down khutta knee is outside you can push the knee if you'd like you can bend it in you can go forward backward really enjoying that hip movement say all the way from your glute muscles lower back to the hips to the inner thighs pura feel garcha you can try this a couple of times you can see how you feel kati push गर्ने kati push नगर्ने you can depend that on your own practice so lizard lunge गरेको बेला चाहिँ तपाईले नोटिस गर्नुहुन्छ होला मेरो खुट्टा my knees I keep going front and back मेरो toes and ankles कहिले पनि flat छैन हैन भुइँमा they're on the toes so why did I do that is because मेरो kneecaps लाई protect गर्नलाई हो so if anybody has an ACL tear MCL tear kneecap dislocation hamstring tears calf tears anything athletes football players anybody who does a lot of running cycling they are likely to get more injured in these areas मैले mention गरेको you want to stay a little bit more careful of your kneecaps so तपाईको pressure चाहिँ body weight will be towards the front and towards the back but body weight like तपाईले fluctuate गर्न मिल्छ you can push it अगाडि you can push it पछाडि with the toes and the help of your forearms the next limitation is if you have any elbows and shoulder injury तपाईको body weight चाहिँ एकदम अगाडि पर्छ हैन so you want to make sure that your elbows are nicely supported by keeping them bent do not lock them keep them bent and your shoulders लाई चाहिँ you don't want to squeeze it up like that खोल्ने मज्जाले like you're proud you've done something nice and open keep them wide and open so we did two asanas almost the same they're called pavan mukt asana one we did standing version one we did laid down version our laying down version ma we brought our knees up to our chest towards the right side front tira left side all the way up we did these circles for the back if you spend a lot of time driving you spend a lot of time sitting on a desk if you spend a lot of time bending forward everybody's jobs are majority of the times like that I know so you want to lay down on the floor first bring your knees up to your chest rotate them clockwise anti-clockwise this relieves the lower back and the spine of any pressure falling on it left side ma pani गर्ने right side ma pani गर्ने recommended time at least 4 to 5 times each side you can build it up more तपाईको hips अझै tight छ भने lower back like अझै it needs more love you can go ahead you can move it around clockwise you can do anti-clockwise both the sides ma चाहिँ you will feel different if you do the clockwise then you will notice it feels different if you do the anti-clockwise it feels different so depending on तपाईको practice your own practice you can go ahead with this right coming up to the standing version of the pavan mukt asana okay you can stand up ground your feet perfectly down onto the floor slowly bring the knee up whichever knee of choice left ले start गर्ने हो भने left ले right ले भने right ले हैन so bring your whichever knee of choice up towards your hips above the hips not the hips above the hips so above the hip then bend it outward same thing repeat again outward inward clockwise anti-clockwise suppose तपाईको balance out हुन्छ भने you cannot focus and you cannot balance you can hold a wall you can grab a chair you can grab somebody's hand you can grab a stick whatever तपाईलाई whatever grab गर्नु छ भने you can balance and then you can move same instructions with the standing version We ended this flow with a Malasana, yoga squat. So we sat down in a nice yogic squat. We generally see this asana posture in Asian toilets, right? We sit down, we squat. This is the best asana possible for bowel movements, constipation, people who have trouble, general trouble in the bathroom. You can really use this asana. You can get it in there. And this asana helps you open up the hips also, really works the core and helps you correct posture. So dinbari, when we're on our phone, inside, on a desk job, right, this helps you really correct your posture, your back, your hips, and relieves any tension falling on the lower extremities down. So what do you do in this asana? So you'll see we slowly started squatting down. You want to use your elbows to push open the knees towards the side. So now the right knee will go towards the right side, left knee will go towards the left side. So you push them open with the help of your shoulders and your arms. You hold the namaskar nice and tight. Keep your shoulders in the middle, take them back, drop them out. Again, chest stay nice and proud, and a baira, nice and proud. Slowly start squatting down. Now if tapeko ankles tight cha bhane, you can come up on the toes. The problem chaina bhane, you can sit down flat on the floor. Now अब चाहिँ हामीले hip drills गरेको बेला चाहिँ we slowly brought our palms taller on the floor. Then we started standing up. So you stand up, you hold it, you come back down, back into the squat, stand back up and come back down. So what this does is this exercises and loosens up the muscles on the hips and the thighs. End of this class, I would like to tell you that your benefit of this flow is overall full body. It's not hip say bhancha haina tara it's complete full body focused. If you do this 6 movements, whenever you feel like your hips are tight, your legs are tight, कि the दिन भरिको एकदम चलेर चाहिँ you're feeling tired, you need to stretch, you can really go for this flow. This will help release any tension even from the back, your arms, your shoulders. Majority of the asana practice जुन छ यसमा यो flow मा is very inculcating the feeling of letting go. So yo asana and yo flow haru practice गर्ने बेला चाहिँ you feel very relaxed. Thank you so much for tuning in to Kantipur Television today, watching our Yog Darshan show, flowing in yoga with me today, Zahyan. And I will see you tomorrow morning again with another creative, nice, juicy flow. And thank you so much. Have a nice day.